This is the Signal, your daily intelligence briefing for June 17th, 2026. Today's edition, the Governed Premium. Watch the vocabulary, not just the valuations. On June 16th, three companies at three different layers of the AI stack shipped products whose headline feature was not speed and not intelligence. It was governance. That is not a coincidence. It is a repricing. Capability has commoditized, so the premium moved to the next scarce thing, the ability to prove that an autonomous system did only what it was permitted to do. Start at the data layer. Databricks launched LTAP, which unifies transactional and analytical work on a single copy of data in the lake, eliminating the pipelines and replicas that define data infrastructure for 4 decades. But read the pitch, and it is governance, one identity, one permission model, one audit trail, and, in their words, one governed surface for agents to act on. Its foundation, Lakebase, already handles 12 million database launches per day. Drop down to the middle, and the same word appears. AMD and Rackspace signed a definitive agreement for 30 megawatts of dedicated AMD compute, deployed from late 2026 through 2028. They called it a new category of governed enterprise AI infrastructure for regulated and sovereign environments. The megawatts are not the news. The operating model is one accountable partner, from silicon to outcome. At the top of the stack, Thoughtworks launched AgentWorks, a single control plane and a governed runtime for enterprise agents on any cloud. Governance is built into the runtime itself. It checks that a compliant path exists before an agent runs, and permissions are capability-based, scope-bound, and time-limited. The control plane is no longer just architecture. It is the product. Why now? Because the compliance clock is the demand curve. The European Union AI Act's enforcement powers begin on August 2nd, 2026, just 47 days away. At that point, regulators can order model recalls, mandate fixes, and fine general-purpose model providers up to 15 million euros, or 3% of global revenue. Colorado's AI Act takes effect June 30th. Date certain liability is what turns governed from a nice-to-have into a line item. This is also where the week's AI story sits. No headline frontier model shipped. The real news is economic. Last week, a single directive pulled a frontier model offline overnight, and concentration risk stopped being theoretical. In recent surveys, 81% of leaders say they are concerned about relying on a specific AI vendor. Governed sells, because buyers just watched a capability vanish and realized they had no exit. If the case for governance needs a stress test, Mid-June's exploit log provides it. A critical flaw in NVIDIA NeMo framework reached remote code execution. A bug called Search Leak turned Microsoft's 365 Copilot into an exfiltration path. Strip away the vulnerability numbers, and everyone is an identity, scope, or audit failure wearing a costume. Governance is the patch. But hold on to one irony. Buying governed from a single vendor can deepen the very lock-in it claims to cure. The governance that matters is portable and provable, not proprietary. Demand open table formats, exportable audit logs, and a real contractual exit. If your governance lives only inside one vendor's console, you have not bought independence. You have rented it. So here's what I would do this week. First, treat every governed claim as testable. Ask to see the audit log, the permission model, and the exit. Second, insist on open formats and portability. Third, map your own 47-day clock to August 2nd. Fourth, govern the agent runtime, not just the model, because the breach, the bill, and the regulator all arrive at the runtime. The bottom line is one argument, not six. Capability is now the commodity. Accountability is the product. The companies that win the next 18 months will not be the ones with the smartest models. They will be the ones that can prove, on demand, exactly what their machines did and exactly what they were allowed to do. That's the signal for June 17th, 2026. The full analysis and all sources are in today's companion article. I'm Matt Suhail Mattis. I'll see you tomorrow.